Okie dokie.
Let's just check that the volume's working. I think it is. Yep, fantastic. We're all ready to go. So, we are again. Just that. Just a couple of things on screen. Here we go. The little QR code on the screen on the left-hand side is to my website. If you want to look at some of the paintings I've done. So, since yesterday, I don't intend to do a stream every day. I just happen to be painting, and I was thinking, why not just turn the camera on, and anyone who wants to join in, let's just move that over a bit. There you go. Anyone who wants to join in can look in, and I see we've got a few, so welcome. Now, what I'm doing this afternoon is I've got this beautiful light green, tempted to call it turquoise, but will hold myself back, and I need to sort of get a line of that going up there, and I may start on his shirt as well, but I'm just working on pulling the colours from her leg back up into her arm. I'd gone a bit too reddy pink, and because we're underwater, all the colours, if you're doing an underwater painting, are very different from what you see when you're on the ground. So time to just lay in this soft hazy, and I'm not pressing very hard, we're just scrumbling. Yeah, we're not doing colour blocks. Colour blocks don't work. Always trying to find the shape of our subject, and I leave lines. Some pastels, just because pastel is such a beautiful format to blend with, they love to get their fingers in and really go to town. But I like to let the colours breathe in between. So you've got your underpainting done, which is all this reddy orange on the skin. But for the most part, I just want to float some colours next to what's been going on underneath, and that'll make them pop later on. And I've just been sharpening this particular pencil I've given up on pencil sharpeners and I've been using my trusty knife. Do it by blade. That's a bit of a... You just get a paper towel and scrape them down. There we go. And I wanted an edge. That's what I wanted. And once we've got the edge, you can have nicer marks, and this is a chunky edge. Let's keep going up into these. These reflections. I've been quite enjoying. When I first started doing this painting, I wasn't enjoying it at all. I was very ambitious for it, and hoped that I'd be able to do it. Because water reflections or refractions, I've found a bit challenging before. You start it and you're full of hope, and then suddenly you're going, oops, because it's water, you can allow a dad punt and go, oh, I'm out of my depth. But it's with most things, if you just keep going, it will come together. There we go. Just get this sort of... And don't panic about painting between the lines. I often, in fact, almost always, I've got a reasonably comprehensive drawing down. And there's a tendency, so you can see the lines of my, my outline. It's very easy to go. Now, what I have to do is draw between the lines. But as I'm blending, particularly, check that my camera is actually pointing on the spot that I want to talk about. Yeah, so down in here, I want to pull that dark up into, what do you call that part? Thigh. I want to pull that up and round here and then get those colours in, and then as it progresses, the goal is to try and blur some of those lines. You can have both lines and go without. It's very easy to get caught up in making rules for for art. And I've become a bit more believer that you should paint how you feel rather than trying to follow someone's prescription. We've got a lot of folds cloth in here. Try and represent Use the brush on that. It's a lot flatter up there. We'll just knock that right back. It's looking a lot colder, which is good. Gone more grey, which that's fine. We'll get leave some warmth in there, but I want to find the right yellow. I might just sharpen one up. We go. We want to get some warmth in here. It's this one. Just make sure I'm looking at the right one. It's easy for me to get a little lost in looking at. Just the right one to be right reflection. I end up looking at that reflection when I should be doing this one. Some of that light in. Maybe an ochre. Where's my ochre gone? Go. We don't lose warmth. This needs to be really black, inky black. What have I got? Yeah, very strong blue violet. Lay that down on top of a... Am I tempted with a red? Do you need to get a red going at some stage? block in some of the dress. Something dark green. Where's the darkest green I've got? Maybe you. Said no color blocks, and what am I doing? I'm doing a color block. That's okay, because I need to find some pretty blacks. Don't want to resort to using black. Get it right. I'm working off a very light paper. Ideally, what I should have done is painted in I should have painted in top with a gouache. That would have worked. A little slight grey peeking through, but that's okay. We'll work with what we've got. And we may bring in some violets, red and blue violets are always nice to play with. Right. Black, black, black. Yeah. Could probably get a pen pastel. I might just Oh, thank you for that lovely comment. Sorry I missed it. Who's that from? Cindy Smith. Oh, lovely thing. It's charming when old friends pop by into your stream. Here we go. Yeah, make that matte. It's not inky, but it's a matte. just pull some of that darkness up into the skin. Okay. Do you want to overload paper? Now, I want to get some blues, maybe some blue. Very faint. It is. Shh. Now they're quite dark, those. Go down to her leg. Just check my camera and make sure I'm focusing on the right spot for you. How do I do that? So her leg's looking a little untidy at the moment, but we're just gonna do a little bit of work on that. I watched a video today because, you know, I do watch quite a bit of YouTube. And there's a lovely lady I watch, and she does a lot of sales via art fairs. We want that. Let's start getting this lovely little gentle. I'm going to call it turquoise, whether it is or it isn't. Let's give us our lights. Anyway, she was on her video. She'd been at a art show, so she does a lot of art fairs. I'm trying to think of words while I'm painting. Sometimes it doesn't always work. And someone came up to her booth, started looking at her art, which is, you know, that's great, that's what you want. And then said, "Ah, this is AI." And she had her husband in the booth, and he's like, "No." And he's a fine artist, I've seen his work. He does beautiful landscapes. And he says, no, they're all done by hand. Look at the painting, you can see the texture of paint on it. And this guy was just determined to refer to it as AI. And she started saying on her video, well, how do you convince people that your work is, you know, why do we have to prove that we're human? And because writers have this problem at the moment, and that if you go to LinkedIn, or to, not that I'm recommending you go to LinkedIn, because my word, that place can be a bit funny, but you can also meet some lovely people there. But it's got a button there next to posts, and you can hit the button and say, the button says, seems like AI slop. So in one move, you can condemn someone's work to being AI instead of human. And Substack does that. Got a little button to scan for AI text. And, decide whether it's human written or not. But artists have got it where people are actually questioning their work up front and saying, this is AI. So we live in a world now where people can't tell the difference between black and white, or they don't want to know the difference. That also happens. And years ago, there was a guy called Douglas Adams who wrote quite a funny book called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And in it, he's talking about mankind's greatest accomplishments. Like when man said, black is white and white is black, and promptly got killed on the next zebra crossing. And that's how it kind of feels at times here. We can't tell what's real and what's not. Scramble a bit of this. Because I've got all my nice warms going. I now need to cool them all down. And I haven't fully decided what to do with her leg because I do have spider stripes. Spider stripes? Tiger stripes? That sounds better. Tiger stripes going on. And I've opted to go for these blue-greens. As my underwater colours. So how much of it do I end up blending and how much do I leave as the painting? It's actually, if you're doing eyeballs, you get a very nice effect if you get a grey pencil. Do I have one handy? Yeah. It demonstrates a grey pencil. And you roll that over the top of the eyeball at the end. And you get this sort of translucence. Which can take the eye from looking flat. It's like, do it on anything. And it just gives it this lovely shade. I don't know who taught me that one, but the usual trick is to keep it light. Don't have a heavy hand. Get down into her foot. Yeah, her foot's very green. Let's get some of that colour in there without fussing too much about it. Just knock back some of those of the warmth of the oranges, which are, you know, they're lovely. But, so I think that's interesting today. I think this needs to be a bit. Might be good enough for one day. Except one moment. Stroke. Shouldn't have done that one. It's okay. It's hard once you got momentum to stop. But I could use a cup of tea. So thank you very much for those who joined me. Really appreciate it. Thanks to Cindy for the lovely compliment. And where's that mouse? The painting continues. Let me just zoom out. Ooh. Yeah, it's starting to come together. I'm okay with the... I might just lighten some of these up a bit. Still, I think there needs to be a bit of a darker band of shadow coming around here. We got some really nice lights. This is, tones are right there. That's getting interesting. We've got this tricky shirt to crack on with. So that'll be the, oops, that's the next job. Crack on with this shirt. Thank you. Thank you very much for spending your time on the channel with me. Really appreciate it. Wishing you a good rest of the day. Cheers.